All right. So thank you. Okay. So I thought I could talk a little bit about what the plan is for the 30-day group first, and then kind of what your focus should be this week, and then maybe some questions about the call. Did everybody on here watch the call for Monday?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So for the plan for the group. So originally I was just going to have it open to like new coaches to run this group together, but then I said, screw it. Let's just all do it together. It's going to be super fun. So I've already scheduled the posts. The group is open. I've added you guys all in there. I have to make you admin still. I was waiting for you guys to accept the invite to it. But once you're admins, you can add your people in there. I'm probably going to do a live maybe tomorrow or Friday, and just explaining a little bit about what the group's going to be all about. There's a prep post on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that I've done. It talks about like how to find your workouts, how to pick your workout, taking your before and afters. And there's like a welcome, like get to know you post where we kind of talk all about like who you are, where you're from, that kind of stuff. So what do you guys want to, like, do you want to leave it open in terms of who does what program, or do you want to all do the same program together? Like, what do you guys feel would be better? I'm open to just leaving it open to them and letting them decide, but.
Yeah, I think it would be better that way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let them have the choice. If a couple of them end up on the same one, awesome. Okay. But, because we're doing it so fluid, we should leave it fluid when it comes to the workouts.
Cool. I'm cool with that. Okay, so that's kind of what the group's going to be all about. There's going to be some prep in there. We're not going to dive super deep into nutrition because the idea is that after this 30 days, we're going to teach you how to transition those people who just decided to just jump in with the 3-month bod, transition them into a 2B Mindset group. So then add in the nutrition piece after they've had a bit of a flavor of what the group's all about, what the workouts are all about, what the community is all about, and then kind of transition them into a 2B group. You can choose to do your own group if you want to do that, or you can stay with my group. Jody, I know you're going to run and do your own thing, and that's awesome. Jody's like the 2B Mindset guru now. If you have any questions about 2B Mindset, you need to go to, just skip me altogether, go to Jody.
It's no big deal.
So that's kind of the focus. So right now, because you guys have been, especially for anybody who's new, I know Natalie, you're one of the relatively new ones on here, but I think there's a few other people that'll be watching later. The focus has been kind of connecting and building relationships with people. So people who are watching your stories or liking your posts or commenting on your posts and just thanking them and building that relationship without actually inviting them to anything. So now is the perfect time to invite to them. So either if you haven't made a post yet about the Empowered 30, I suggest you do that. You can use a transformation post. You can use a random picture. You can use an excited picture. You can post a picture in a piece of clothing that you don't feel super comfortable in. You can use a transformation post from the team, anything like that. You can use that. And just, I would put the $39 piece in there because it's a good like attention grabber for people. The suggestion that I have, you can send me any post ideas. I know Shannon sent me hers today. Carly sent me hers. If you need help kind of building your post, I can totally help with that. What I tend to find works really well is like the first sentence or the first like phrase be like a grabber phrase. So, and it has like something about how it's going to help them. Like what is it that they're going to get out of it? Because then that helps people read to the end of your post, especially if it's a little bit longer one. Like mine, I always tend to write a freaking novel when I write my posts. I think it's just part of my career. I can't help it. So those are the people that you'll be inviting to. I posted in our team page and in the mentorship, I posted some scripting ideas of what are the invites that I've been sharing with people. And I shared some in there that were for people that I hadn't connected with or who hadn't connected with my posts yet and that were just liking and commenting on different posts. So there's a whole bunch of different ideas of how to invite to it. I think a good goal for everybody is to have like 5 people in that group, because that would be a good place to kind of start off of. What's up, Jody?
No, I was just getting excited.
That's just me pumping the air. Sweet.
Yeah, it's fine.
So if you need help with how to invite, send me a message or post in the group. That's fine. But there's lots of invite options in there. And then I posted in the comment section, I posted kind of what my conversations look like with those people. And what I love about this option is there isn't all of this like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What's up, Candida?
So quick question, because I'm sending, like, I'm not going to lie. I like copied your freaking script and I just started going through my Instagram followers and like, hey, thanks for following me. Bleh.
Yeah.
But so I had a couple get back to me. Sure. Send me more info. And then I'm like,
okay. So there's, did you see in the comment section?
No, I didn't read that far.
So in the comment section, I legit screenshotted my conversation. So you could see kind of how I followed through with it.
Because what I had just sent was, I had sent, well, because it's all in the thing, $39, 700 workouts. I'm like, what do you want more info?
Yeah. So what you can do is like, if they haven't been following you and they don't really know what you're talking about, you can use a third-party tool, right? Like the showing them what the Beachbody On Demand looks like. Yeah. So what I would do first is I would say, oh my God, I'm so excited that you want to do this or you want more information. It's going to be super fun. Like I mentioned, it's 30 days. You're going to get access to 3 months of workouts with over 700 workouts. We're going to be doing mini challenges, recipes, even prizes. It's going to be a ton of fun. I guess it's trickier. I'm just thinking because you probably haven't connected with these people before, right? They're brand new. So you could say it's kind of like an on-demand or a Netflix of workouts.
Yeah, I tell people it's like the Netflix of workouts.
It pretty much is.
Okay, because I was just stumped. I was like, well, what the heck do you want more info? It's all right there on the thing. What I had sent was, you'll get the group and the support and the accountability, 2-week free. It's free for 2 weeks. So, hey, if it's not for you, and then I'm like.
So less is more. Less is more. I know, I am too. I had to rein in where'd Jody go? I had to rein in the verbal vomit diarrhea all the time when I first started. So I would just keep it simple. I would just reiterate that it's like a 3-month thing. There she's back. Hi. And I would say, like, does that sound like something you might be interested in? I always end it in a question because then they kind of feel like they have to respond.
Okay.
And then if they're saying, yeah, but I don't really get it. Like, what is it about? Then you can send them the third-party tool. So what you would do is you would go to BB Links.
Yeah, I've actually got the Vimeo bookmarked.
Perfect.
For me,
so
but
you can send them, or it's in the 180 team page under third-party tools. You can send them to that. Okay, so then when you get to the point, we're like, yeah, okay, here's my email, sign me up. So what I'm doing is I'm going to share a cart. I'm adding them as a customer. I'm doing it through Richard. So if you have a spouse account already set up, do it through your spouse account. It's just going to help you build volume and also commission at the same time. So I'm sending them the 3-month link, and then I'm adding a tub of Energize on Home Direct. And my message to them after I send that, I can share with you guys what I send them, but I posted it in the comment section. I say, done, here's your link. You'll notice that the 3-month, well, that's not the right word. It says 3-month men. That's not right. 3-month bod, I guess. Bod, must be bod. I like how it changed bod to men. Anyway, you'll notice that 3-month bod will show up as free. That's because you will actually get a 2-week free trial with it. The $39 will be charged after 2 weeks. Then I say I added a plant-based pre-workout. I use it I added a plant-based workout for you to try. It's honestly amazing. And the reason I'm up at 5 a.m., you can totally remove it if you don't want it, but I thought I would add it just in case. Let me know once you've enrolled and I'll get you in the group. And then I send, like, I copy the link that comes with the enrollment, and I send that all to them. And out of the 3 that I've sent today, all 3 have completed it, even with the Energize.
Wow. Nice.
Yes. Nice. And if they don't, they don't. But if they do, it gives them a chance to try it, right? Okay. So that's kind of the focus. So, and even like, because we're starting Monday, so even if people are like are a day or 2 behind, it's totally fine. You can still get them in. I would say like by Wednesday would probably be the last day to get them in there. But you can still get them in there all over the weekend, all that kind of stuff. Do you guys have any questions or specific like ideas, needs for strategy in terms of planning and inviting and talking to that for that free community? No, we're cool. Use your stories too. Like I invite all the time through stories. It's just like a natural way to invite. And I actually find people respond more on stories than they do on posts for me. The one last night was I had a lot of response from that, and I don't usually get a lot of response from my posts. I usually have to send messages to people who like them and not necessarily comment on them. Okay. Let's talk about Monday's call. How did you guys think? How did you guys feel after Monday's call? You can be honest.
I was overwhelmed.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
It's a lot of information.
But I'm new and I'm still learning everything. So I expected that.
And it's a lot of business talk.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a lot of business marketing talk. So what I would say is like have that in the back of your mind, but don't focus on it right now. Like just have that as like in your mind. I wouldn't even join Make Bank at this point. Like it's something that you can join later. Yeah. I would just focus this month on like helping a bunch of people get into that 30-day group, get them results, and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. But were there any like questions specifically about, what's up, Shannon?
Oh, I just wanted to say,
like, hi.
I just wanted to say to Natalie, like all you need to know right now is just do this group.
Yeah.
And you're going to be golden.
Yeah,
and that's all you need to know.
That's
it's confusing.
What I took from it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is confusing, but once you get into it for a bit, like I've been doing this for 1.5 years, and like Natasha's still explaining this to me. Like honest to God, still explaining it. I'm like, what? So it does come.
Lindsay questions. So
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not even just because you're new. It's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of random info, and the compensation is weird.
Yeah.
But I did want to say, from the day I saw Rosa the first time, I freaking love her. Yeah. She's amazing.
She's
she's the best. I need to hug her at some point. But like between her and Ali and Lindsay, like we are so lucky to be on this team because like they're taking a giant leap of faith.
Absolutely.
And I find that they align completely with how I wanted to focus my business, and I didn't know how to make it happen. Yeah. And it just happened. So I honestly, I don't have a question. I'm just going to do what they tell me, and I get it sort of. My only thing is with like Jody, I'm in the same boat as you in terms of spouse account. And I don't know, my sister this morning, maybe I just overwhelmed her with my word vomit, Candida. I'm just like, dude, don't worry. But
me too.
She's like, I don't know, but she's been my person for the last 6 months while I try and do what I'm doing. But now I'm like, okay, shit's about to get real. Let's do this. And she's like, no. So I don't know. I might just go it alone, and that's fine. I'm messaging.
It's not going to make or break your business, right?
No.
Like it's not. You can still have a successful business. It's just this allows you to like make bank faster. That's all.
Well, and in the case with my sister, I don't know if it's because I said to her, I'm doing it all through my bank account, and you and I'll figure out the compensation part later. Because originally I had said, I don't care, just you can have it on yours and just make money. And now I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's complicated, because my husband is not interested at all. It's never happening, and I gave up on that.
I'm there too.
My husband's in. I did have to explain to him about taxes because
I love that he's right there.
Yeah. He's in the military. He has good income. You know, taxes suck for us. But they explained it in the call about, you know, when you got whatever. They explained it in the call.
Yeah.
And I explained that to him and he was just like, all right, whatever, honey, you do you, I support you.
That's awesome.
So, you know, he's cool that basically as soon as I make my first $50, I'm going to buy his Coach account.
That's
and
awesome.
He was cool with that. He was just like, all right, you do you. Like, I got lucky.
Cool.
I did have a moment where I was like, just like super bummed and just like overwhelmed. And I was like, man, they're basing this whole thing off of having that spouse account. And that's what it felt like. And I was like, this is great, but I'm never going to benefit, which it's not true, but like, that's how I mean, I know it's not true, but it's still how I feel right now.
Yeah, and especially when you're so excited about all the information that you're getting, and then you're like, oh, well, shit, you know?
Well, it's not going to work for me.
But it will. It's just going to take a different strategy, right?
Yeah. I felt the same way, Jody, even the other way, because like it's the fastest way to hit diamond and to make your business build. And like I felt more pressure trying to hit Success Club to hit diamond to keep going and maintain the status. And I'd said to Natasha a few months ago, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't chase it. It's driving me bonkers. So now it's like having a spouse account. Yeah, it would be awesome, but it's not the end of the world.
The cool thing is that like with this new approach, you're still going to hit those rank advancements because there's still goals.
Yeah.
But there's less, like you're going to have more solid diamond, right? Because ideally, like you might still have some discount coaches who just want the discount. But they're going to be people who are just helping other people with a $39 access and like who are just, you know, it's just going to be more natural and more stable too.
And that's what I like about this new plan is because for me personally, you know, I tell people the price of a challenge pack. That's it. Game over. They're not talking anymore. So, you know, it is a hard time to do the challenge packs, but now that we're just, you know, focusing on get them in with BOD and then, you know, upsell them later on with other things, I think it's going to be easier to get customers and have money coming in now that I can say, okay, well here, let's do BOD and then let's do 2B, whatever, instead of scaring them off with a $200 challenge.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think it's just about like, people want to be able to try shit, right? Before they commit to anything. Yeah. And they want to know that it's not going to be like everything else they've tried, right? And I totally get that. And that's what the great thing about the $39 thing is that like, it's $40, man. Like,
that's how I started.
3 months. Yeah. You started on a 2-week free trial.
Yep.
Not even the $39.
I would not pay a dime.
I was like, you just need to shut up and come in my group. I just needed to stop it.
So she let me in.
I did. God. I let her in, and I never do that ever. And it's funny. I did that with Angela too, who's a new coach on our team. Yeah. And I was like, okay, if I actually gave her Richard's account, I was like, all right, fine, just try it. Try it for 2 weeks. Here's a 2-week trial. Try it. And she's like, after 2 days, she's like, I'm in.
Oh.
You know, it's
you messaged me a day later. Same thing. I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
This is my jam.
You just have to try it sometimes, and I think that's fine. I was the same way.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Jody.
So now that the whole thing's switching and we're putting working coaches under ourselves.
Yeah.
That means that, well, for me, it doesn't mean anything, but I mean like, so this is like kind of more of like just my own thing. So my team volume comes from the people under me, but since I'm under Richard, no one's really going to be added under me anymore.
No, you'll have lots of people. Like I'm still adding people under Richard's account because I'm building him anyway.
Oh, right.
But even if I wasn't, anybody that I add under my own organization, not even his, would still be benefiting you.
Oh, yeah, because it goes all the way down to, and he's on your, oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was a lot of information at once, and I got confused.
Yeah, no, Rosa's situation was very different, and her coach did something super awful. But like, I don't have a dead leg, so you're fine.
I didn't hear the dead leg part. Was that in the question and answer part?
I think so.
It was
okay. I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah.
He was like, ask your coaches if you're on a power leg or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, shoot.
So like Rye, I think, is on a power leg.
And what does that mean if you're on a power leg?
She just has access to more residual volume.
Mm-hmm.
She just gets more volume, like rolls up to her. So the amount that like if she matches that other stronger side, she can like roll in it, type of thing.
Right. Amy's on a strong leg.
Oh.
I'm on a weak.
That's all it does.
Right? I'm on your weak?
No, you're on my strong leg.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It clicked.
So like think of it like your the volume that you're cycling, your residual volume that's kind of just sitting there. It's going to be on your strong leg. It's going to be significantly more than on your weak leg. So that's why the idea of having your spouse on your weak leg or whoever, because then you can build it up. And as soon as it matches that stronger side, you cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle. So it's basically like a savings account.
Yeah.
You're trying to bank into, you know?
Cool.
I think mine is ridiculous. Like I've had my strong leg is like 280,000. So like, but my weak leg is like at 1,500, right? So it's like you have to like. But now that I'm putting all of my customer orders through Rich, that will boost up the volume on the left hand side.
I've got a whopping $25 waiting for me. So,
girl, that's $25 you didn't have before.
I know, girl. It's so funny.
That's amazing.
I'm still excited. I think this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you guys, I think I have a working coach now.
Yeah, you do.
She texted me. She's like, I'm so excited.
Yay!
She's like, I'm so excited. This seems like the perfect fit. So
we were on a call with her just before we hopped on here. So yeah, super
first
awesome.
working coach.
She seems super good. I didn't know she was a teacher. She looked so young.
She just graduated last year.
Okay.
So she's a first-year teacher.
That's amazing. Good for her.
She's just finishing her first year.
Yeah, and her brother is like a twin brother. And she's like, you totally want to coach with me. And we're like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Bring him on.
Okay. So let's say, like for you, Candida, and for you, Natalie, like if you decide to sign up, once you get close, like once you have, like, I don't think you need to worry about signing up your spouse just yet. Like wait until you, like, yeah.
Can I have a coach that's actually going to work at first?
Right. Yeah. But when you do that, you don't have to worry about like, you don't have to buy another challenge pack or anything. Like you can just get the coach account, right?
Yeah.
Like basic $50 coach account. But what I do is, because Rich and I both use Energize, he uses regular Recover, I use Vegan Recover. I put whatever my HD order is through my own account. So whether it's Shakeology or Performance Line, everything else I put through Rich, because it gives him volume, it gives me commission, and it gives me volume at the same time. Yeah. And just make sure that you're putting them on your weak leg.
Yep.
Okay, I had one more idea that I want to talk to you guys about, and then what is our time? It doesn't even tell me. I think we're okay. And then we can kind of open up the floor to questions. Let's see. Sorry, one sec. Okay. I had a crazy idea. I talked to Shannon about this already. But I'm thinking about, it's just Richard rocking. I'm thinking about pulling all, whoever wants to, whoever feels overwhelmed by 180, pulling you guys out and just having our team page. I would share everything that I think is important from Lindsay's team page into ours. And I would probably do the units the same way. Like I would still do everything like that. But I think especially for the brand new people, they're a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know, Natalie, you're brand new in there. Do you find that page overwhelming?
I don't find it overwhelming. I just find that it's like we have this page and then this page and then this group and then this. So I'm writing them down.
Yeah.
But then if I'm getting the notifications on my phone, then I'm like, what group was this again?
Yeah.
And like, which one should I be focusing on? So it would probably help me.
Okay.
Less of this to actually focus.
I agree. Yeah. So that's kind of my goal. And it's not a forcible thing. Like Jody, if you're cool and you want to stay in there, then stay in there. That's fine.
I would like to. I find it helpful.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could also turn off notifications.
You could, but then it's like,
why even bother?
Yeah. And I think if I'm going to be sharing, like, I'm just, my goal is we'll have our own, like, pumping up thread every time we help somebody. We'll have our, like, any right? Yeah. And have a post that I think are good. We'll just share in there.
Sounds good.
It'll be all the same content. I do think it'll be important for us to still be on the 180 team calls.
Yeah.
Every Monday, but then we would schedule our own, like, monthly call in addition to that. But I think it'll just kind of help succinct everybody a little bit. So for the groups, it's tricky because the mentorship group is open right now, but we have our team page, which is Project Empowered. And then we have the Empowerment Project, which is our challenge group. And that's just where all the welcome people and the units and the recognition, stuff like that, the app, and then the nutrition group. There is 180, but like I said, that'll be changing. The nutrition group is a little bit less busy. It's kind of just, I'm in there once or twice a day, just sharing my food and recipes and that kind of stuff, but it's not as active and engaging as Empowerment Project. And it's something that you guys can think about doing. Like Jody's thinking of running her own. Shannon is already running her own. So if you feel like the Empowerment Project is just too big, and you want your own smaller community, you can totally do that. And you can legit, like, I share all of the posts that I do for the month in our team page, and you can copy and paste the posts with everything. Like, they're all in there.
Like those pinned ones?
Yeah. All of them are in there.
I had no idea.
Yeah. They're in our team page under the file section, under challenge group posts.
You're amazing.
I upload them in there so you can just do your own. But I get it, because I think that one of the reasons I decided to do my own was because I was like, well, people are wanting to join me, you know? So if they're not really seeing me active as posting and stuff like that, it kind of affects that community building. And I thought you found that too, right, Shannon? Like when you went off and did your own?
Yeah, well, what happened with me is I was good, right? Until I had like enough people that my people started to not engage anymore. And then I felt more comfortable doing my own thing. And because Natasha and I used to share the posts. So it wasn't just Natasha posting all the time. Mm-hmm. So we switched off. So that wasn't a problem. And I'm sure that can be the same in Empowerment Project, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I would welcome it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But at the same time, I stayed probably longer than a lot of people do, but I wasn't ready. And then all of a sudden I was, and I'm like, I think I'm ready to do this. Like, I have enough people. And when my people stopped engaging in the Empowerment Project, that was my cue and then now engagement's back up. So, but Natasha, let's just point out also the reason why it's like time to leave 180 in a sense is that Empowerment Project is blowing up.
Yeah, it's
like you are blowing the F up, and this team is on track to like do amazing things. So we need to act like amazing things are happening, right? So I just wanted to point that out. Like, you've been busting your ass for this team, and it's all happening. So why not, branch out a little or tone down? And
compliments are hard. Compliments are hard. I don't take them well, Shannon.
You're amazing. So I just wanted to point that out, that you are a natural born leader. I told you this morning. I'm telling you this again. You can lead this team, and we're at the point where there's enough people that it makes it worthwhile. Like, we're having calls, and you're doing everything Lindsay's doing. So exactly like the challenge group, where your coaches are getting lost in the shuffle of 180. Well, it's time to hone in. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Goal. Yep. That's my goal for the month of June, is to get that organized and set up. And then the thing, like, once we are done our 30-day group and we transition to, like, I'll share all that, like, whatever our strategy is to move into 2B, I'll share all that. But I think it'll be good, because then I can do more lives in there. And if I think there's a really great live from Lindsay, I can share that in there too, and stuff like that. But Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do.
Yay.
So do you guys have any other questions about anything? Or does that kind of make sense?
Wow, that's so exciting.
Oh, wait, I need a boomerang.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I messed those up. I just took a
I'll just send
screenshot.
you mine. It's fine.
I'm just going to share yours when you tag me.
Perfect.
Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, ready? Make sure I'm staring at the screen. Okay. Perfect.
Candida goes.
Oh my God, Jody, your face is hilarious.
Did I mess this one up or am I getting better?
No, Shannon, you're good. You're just smiling and going.
Yeah.
Jody's
I
going.
know it's safe.
It's
Can I
amazing.
just take a minute though, because Jody likes to ignore me on Instagram. I have sent her questions about 2B and she doesn't reply to me.
What?
Yeah, but I just want to say, Jody, you are
just got
rocking.
called out.
I've been getting so many, like, not even people interested. So many coaches have been reaching out to me.
Yeah.
I'm on your team.
I know what probably happened is I probably opened it and forgot to respond.
Jolie's place. Reply to her.
I'll go look now.
But I just want to
It
say,
does not say
Jody,
Candida.
you are rocking Instagram.
Thank
I
you.
love following your
Yeah.
Instagram. You are rocking it, and to see the growth from you, and especially since your retreat, is amazing.
Mhm.
Getting
I
all
just wanted to say that.
embarrassed.
Because we're the same person.
I know, literally. I sent like this, like I bombarded Natasha last night with these voice memos because I was freaking out. Did you guys see her in that bikini?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what's funny?
Like,
Richard
come
was
on.
sitting beside me on the couch and he's like, I love you. I was like, no, it's fine. It's not weird. It's not stage 5 clinger. It's fine.
Don't worry. I was freaking out.
It was awesome. Yeah. I have a hard time taking compliments. So I was like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, you look hot, girl.
Thanks.
Just saying.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Thanks, guys.
Just say thank you. That's all
Yeah,
you
I'm
need.
trying. I'm trying.
We're going to work on it. At
I
some
definitely sounded stalkerish.
It was awesome. I
Looking
loved it.
back.
Tasha's next PD, how to take compliments.
I know, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Even when Richard does it at home, I'm like, hey.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta run. I gotta go call my godson. I'm still recording all of this, so they're gonna laugh at us.
Yeah.
They should have been here for the fun. Next meeting, be here, guys.
Okay, guys, have a good night.
Bye.